What is going on, my friends? Today, in this video, I am going to do some experimenting with the traction control knob for the Athena Get SX1 ECU installed on a 2024 KTM 500 EXC-F. So I've got some rugged hills that I'm heading out to, and I got a little bit of single track I can do on the way out. So what I'm gonna do, it's a there and back trail, so I'm gonna ride out with the ECU in map 2, the enduro map, and then the traction control knob will be at 0, so in other words, no additional traction control other than just the enduro map itself. And then on the way back, I'll ride this single track with it in 10. And I'm gonna do something similar when I get to those hills. I'm gonna go up in 0, up and down in 0, and then I'll go up and down with it in 10, just so I can get a big swing, and then we'll kind of play around with it and just kind of get my opinion as an end user as to how much it helps. So let's do a little bit of single track and not a whole lot of talking, and then we'll get out to these hills. At the hill, same one I did in the stock test. This one off in the distance here. I'm gonna go over and hit it in map 2, the enduro map, with traction control at 0 or off. Let's give her a go. I mean, this hill is rugged, you guys. Every time I do it, I'm always like, why do I even do this hill? It got a lot of gravel, a lot of big rocks sticking out. The bike has a tendency to go in between traction, wheel spin, bucking. So it seems like it's doing better than stock. Honestly, getting ready to buck here. Oh, yeah, that was close. This hill is actually tricky, man, because of that gravel and then rock. I mean, you constantly feel like you're slipping out, and then it'll grab a rock and it'll buck you and it'll crash you. But I must say that felt better than stock, even with the traction control in 0. So let me get back down this thing. Then we'll turn the traction control way up to 10 maximum and do it again. All right, I've got the traction control set to the 10 or maximum setting. Let's give this hill a try again. You can feel it, it's already pretty tractory. This hill is really like a worst case scenario, I think, for this product, because there's so little traction, yet then you're like in between rocks. Man, it just really is probably putting it to the test. Darn it. That was a terrible spot to blow it. Let's see if we can. I have to walk it up this, I think. Shoot. Come on, spin around, baby. All right. That was definitely my fault, but Could have just hit it a little harder. Well, we're gonna have to take that because I've already had to hit this thing 3 times because I didn't film the second time, and I'm starting to get a little fatigued. I don't want to crash on it. But I would say that the traction control makes a difference. I mean, that was my fault. It's just that hill, like I say, it's kind of a worst case scenario, really. So, and in some ways it was kind of hard to analyze this product because, I mean, it's really just probably difficult for it to do, honestly. Let me get down, we'll head over to the next one. So when I get to this next hill, I'm just gonna run it with the traction control all the way up because I'm confident that there's a felt difference. So as far as, you know, people adjusting it, you know, in between, that's just going to depend on where you are. I can definitely feel a difference in it. Like even right now, it just makes the bike a little bit slower to react. I know that's not necessarily how the algorithm in it works, or the programming, should I say. It's, you know, using throttle position, RPM, and probably some other parameters. I wouldn't be surprised if it is using the front wheel speed sensor to tie into it, but so it's not necessarily slowing the bike down per se, it's just altering the power characteristic. Alright, our next test hill is right around this corner. This one we go down first, then up. This one will be interesting. I think I'm going to try to just pick this one apart, actually going like a lot slower. Instead of just trying to do it in one shot. You kind of have to do that on the other hill. I think on this one, I can kind of simulate more of a, you know, clutch working type scenario. I always forget to eye the lines on the way down, because again, this is a really loose one too, so it's still difficult. When I've hit this hill in the past, I just go at one constant speed. It's basically what I'm getting at. I don't rail it, but I just maintain, I just try to maintain momentum because it's kind of tricky. I'm curious to see if I can walk it. Not like with my feet necessarily, not off the bike, but just really just crawl this thing up there. So let's get turned around and we'll give it a go. So I should also mention that I'm still running the tires that come on this bike from the factory, the Continental Twin Duros. So, you know, just factor that in. I'm not even running an off-road bias tire. I'm running I think these tires are like an 80-20 street bias. So let's just see. We're just gonna first gear, just crawl this thing. I'm gonna try to go slower than I have in the past. So far, I'm actually feeling pretty good about that, the way it's moving. Yeah, that feels pretty good, man. It's letting me go really slow. Just getting right on the cusp there. Oh, we're gonna pick a difficult line, I guess. Can't make up my mind if I want to be sitting or standing. Oh, almost stalled her. That's why I say it's kind of, usually when I hit this, I'll try to hit it with momentum, because once you get kind of locked up here, it's a little bit difficult. So I am feathering the clutch and using my feet. So it feels pretty good though, you guys. I mean, I've hit this hill flawlessly before. I've done it a few times on this bike, even with the stock. But I'm trying to go way slower. Way slower than I did with stock. Stock, I basically just, I didn't even want to stop. I was just railing it. So I don't know. I don't know if that hurts the test or helps the test for you guys, but I guess I could do it one more time. All right, take two. See if we can get a solid run up this one. Yeah, you just gotta give it a little bit more throttle right before it stalls. You know the story. So that wasn't too bad. A little bit wobbly, but overall I would say that yes, it's giving me more confidence for sure, because I didn't even want to go about it like that with the stock ECU. So yeah, I just felt a little more composed on it. I mean, you know, to be fair, yeah, I've been riding the bike. I'm getting more comfortable on the bike also. So, you know, there's that. But you can feel it. That's the final answer that I can give you guys. Yes, I could feel a difference with it in map 2 versus map 1 versus stock. And yes, I could feel a difference with traction control and knob, or traction control knob in the 0 position versus 10. So fill in the blanks from there. You could just fine tune it depending on your terrain. For what I did today, I don't think putting it somewhere in the middle would have made it any better, because it's just loose terrain, so probably having it maxed out was the best for that. So anyways, let me head on back, hit that single trail, or that single track that I came in on. Same thing, I'll run it in 10 there and see what I think. Alright, back to the single track. Let's walk this. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Sorry if it gets a little windy. I got the visor up. It's getting pretty toasty out right now. Now I'm in second gear. Oh, pushing it to the brink. Pushing it to the brink, man. I know everybody wants me to ride faster. I always get people saying that. Well, come on out and ride with me, man. I'm out here in Las Vegas. I'll bring you out. But if you come this summer, or during the summer in general, you got to get out early. I mean, you got to get out here before the sun comes up, because I don't even know what time it is now. It's probably not even 9 o'clock yet. Yeah, man, I feel like I'm just walking with this traction control on map 2. I like it. You can feel it, no doubt. It works. I mean, I guess going slow really is the big test for it, you know. Not that you couldn't utilize traction control for faster settings, faster pace type riding, but I feel like its main function is for crawling, technical terrain, loose terrain. But yeah, again, even because the enduro map, you can feel how it's kind of just restricted a little bit. And then turning the traction control up to 10 just dials it up another notch and gives you a really composed, easy to manage type experience. Oh, bucking up some cantaloupe-sized rocks. So anyways, I hope you guys find this helpful. I mean, again, my end conclusion is yes, you can feel it, it works. So if you liked the video, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, give it a like, give it a share, and stay tuned for more. I'll see you in the next one.